Herbert Marcuse was a 20th century German-American philosopher and social critic, known for his analysis of capitalism, technology, and social control. As a member of the Frankfurt School, he argued that modern societies use comfort and consumer culture to keep people passive and prevent revolutionary change. His most famous book, One-Dimensional Man, described how advanced capitalist societies limit critical thinking. Marcuse's ideas remain highly controversial. Some praise him for exposing hidden forms of oppression, while others criticize him for promoting radical activism and rejecting the benefits of modern life. One of Herbert Marcuse's most famous ideas is One-Dimensional Man, which describes how modern societies create people who do not think critically and accept the system as it is. He argued that consumer culture and mass media distract people from questioning power and keep them focused on material comfort instead of political change. According to Marcuse, even those who think they are free are actually controlled by society's expectations. This idea is controversial because it suggests that most people are not truly independent thinkers. Critics argue that Marcuse's theory is too pessimistic and underestimates people's ability to resist social control. Others believe that he ignores the real freedoms and improvements that modern society provides. Marcuse's concept of repressive tolerance argues that allowing all viewpoints to be heard equally can actually protect oppressive systems rather than promote real freedom. He believed that in a society dominated by powerful elites, tolerating all opinions, including those that reinforce injustice, prevents real progress. He argued that true tolerance should mean supporting voices that challenge oppression and rejecting those that defend the status quo. This idea is controversial because it challenges the traditional belief in free speech. Critics argue that Marcuse's approach could be used to justify censorship and limit open debate. Others believe that his theory is dangerous because it suggests that only certain ideas deserve to be heard. Marcuse's idea of the Great Refusal describes the need for people to reject the values and expectations of capitalist society in order to create real change. He believed that as long as people accepted the way things were, they would remain trapped in a system that benefited only the powerful. Instead of small reforms, he argued that people needed to completely reject the existing social and economic order. This idea is controversial because it calls for radical social transformation rather than gradual improvement. Critics argue that Marcuse's theory is unrealistic and ignores the benefits of working within the system to make change. Others worry that his focus on total rejection encourages extremism and division. Marcuse's belief in liberation through art and culture argued that radical art and literature could help people see the flaws in society and imagine a better future. He believed that mainstream culture reinforced oppression, while truly revolutionary art could challenge the way people think and inspire them to break free from societal control. This idea is controversial because it suggests that most popular culture is harmful or manipulative. Critics argue that Marcuse's view is too idealistic and that art alone cannot create political change. Others believe that his focus on liberating culture could lead to dismissing valuable artistic traditions simply because they do not fit a revolutionary agenda. One of the most controversial aspects of Marcuse's work is his influence on 1960s radical movements. His ideas inspired student protests, countercultural activism, and revolutionary groups that rejected capitalism and traditional social norms. Many activists saw him as a mentor for their fight against racism, war, and inequality. However, this idea is controversial because it raises questions about whether Marcuse's philosophy encourages social progress or simply disrupts society. Critics argue that his theories helped fuel violent protests and anti-democratic movements. Others believe that his influence on radical activism shows the real-world dangers of his rejection of compromise and reform.